Live from the Collins Pearly Sports Center, you're watching BFA Bobwhite football. Good evening, everyone. Tate Brooks, Dave Burno on hand as the Bobwhites have senior night, their last regular season home game of the year, Dave, as they host the Hartford Hurricane.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Tate. Good to see you again. Back in the saddle here at Collins Pearly. Excellent night for football. Really very little wind. Great temperature to play, and it's always a banner night here at senior night.
Beautiful autumn day. The sun is down, but before that, the fall foliage was just popping in and amazing. But let's turn our attention to tonight's game, an important one, Dave, for BFA St. Albans. They're on the cusp, frankly, on the outside looking in Division I football here in Vermont. The top 8 teams make it in. BFA, with that loss a couple of weeks ago to the Seawolves, now trail them, although they're both 1-5 just because of the QPR point system. The Bobwhites need to win this game tonight if they have hope to make the playoffs.
Yeah, certainly. This is a very pivotal matchup. Great night for senior night. Adds a little bit more element to the game. This, as you said, this is a must-win situation for the Bobwhites. Hartford coming in, at 2-4, and with a tough loss last week to the hands of Middlebury, a team, Tate, if you go back to the beginning of the season, I believe the second weekend, BFA went down to Middlebury, played very tough down there. So if you do the math, teams against teams, it appears that BFA on paper would match up pretty good against Hartford tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Hurricane falling in overtime last week to the Tigers, 34-32. And you're right, the Bobwhites played Middlebury tough early in the season, leading at halftime and let that one get away in the fourth quarter. Not, frankly, familiar to what we saw a few weeks ago against Essex here, where again the Bobwhites had a really good first half, but didn't quite mirror that in the second half.
Yeah, it was we were just talking before we got on the air tonight, Tate. Right, it was really a tale of two teams. BFA came out, played really solid football in the first half, and then give Essex and their coaching staff a lot of credit. They came in the second half and really controlled the football game on both, really on the line of scrimmage, but obviously on the offensive and defensive side of the football. So we're looking for a different setup for the Bobwhites tonight. It should be a really entertaining game, and we have some injuries to talk about a little bit, especially we can start with Hartford. I'll start with Hartford and flip it back to you, Tate. On the BFA side, one of the better football players in the state of Vermont, Brody Taberski, Hartford's junior running back, will be out. Has a collarbone type, upper shoulder type injury, so he will not be playing tonight. And then I know you have some news on the BFA side.
Well, certainly defensively, James Harrison, who's really a spark plug defensively linebacker for the Bobwhites, not available this evening. And I believe, Dave, there's another Bobwhite player as well.
Yeah, and Harrison's going to be a big loss. Really brings a lot of toughness and experience to that Bobwhite team on both sides of the football. Michael Banier, number 24, running back, linebacker. We called his number a lot, I believe, in that game that we did up here against Essex, catching the ball, out of the backfield or from the slot. So he's not going to be able to play tonight, and that'll be a loss for BFA as well.
Bobwhites will be receiving to start the game, so I'm sure Jeff Murray not real cheery, certainly not accustomed to starting the season off at 1-5, but neither is Hartford sitting in at 2-4. I mean, the Hurricane, coached team in a perennial Division I powerhouse.
If you look at the Hartford roster that we're looking at, 13 state championships. Not all those state, obviously, in D1, but still D2, D1.
You and I probably were at that Division II game, the championship game where BFA lost to Hartford.
Yeah, yes, we were. And, Hartford, a very, very storied football program. They play with a lot of pride. They play with a lot of confidence, and they play with a lot of toughness. Their weight training program is, you hear about it frequently about how their players, a lot of them were wrestlers, and then they go onto the football team. They do a lot of off-season weight training. In any game that I've ever seen Hartford bring, when they put their team on the field, they always play the trenches extremely well.
Have the Bobwhite seniors being introduced. Again, their last home game of the season. The Bobwhites will be on the road next week for the last regular season game. It's going to be a tough one. They play at CVU, and CVU sits undefeated in first place this season.
CVU with a huge win last week, Tate, over Burn Burton, of course, was one of the only remaining unbeaten teams, and CVU with a huge win last week. So it'll be interesting to see BFA obviously here tonight with a big game. They can't look ahead, but going down to CVU next weekend. So once again, big night tonight for the Bobwhites. Big game for them.
That game next Saturday, so CVU will be a Saturday game, 1 o'clock start time. For those of you who may be looking to make the journey down to Chittenden County, take a look at the standings. Since, again, this is 2 games out from the end of the season. You got CVU 5-0, undefeated. Burton 5-1, their lone loss coming to CVU. Essex 4-2. So, Dave, even though Essex got off to an 0-2 start, their win against BFA really have jump-started them.
They really did, and I'm very impressed with the Essex football team. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, I thought they really came out and played a very tough second half. First-year coach. He's put his system in. They look good. They've got a really nice running game, and the Bowers kid can throw the football. And they've got some kids that can really haul it in on the whiteout. So, yeah, look for Essex to be a factor here come playoff time.
It's currently sitting in the 4th and final home game. If a playoff were starting tomorrow, would be Rutland, 3-2. St. Johnsbury sits at 5th at 3-3. The Middlebury Tigers, again, as we mentioned earlier, a big win in overtime over Hartford last week. They evens their record to 3-3. Hartford in 7th place at 2-4. The Seawolves, again, that's the South Burlington cooperative team at 1-5. The same record that BFA has, but again, due to quality points, the Seahorses have that 8th and final playoff spot right now.
Yeah. And that was I know you called that game, and I wasn't able to make that game, but that was a pivotal game for the Seawolves. Very tight, competitive game. We were talking about that off air too, as well, Tate. I know you broadcast that, and hey, give the Seawolves credit. They came up here, won a football game at the end, and they're sitting just a couple, very slightly ahead of BFA in that eighth spot.
Yeah, and again, credit to the South Burlington team. I think that's actually the first time head coach Jeff Murray's lost to that cooperative team, and the Seawolves did it not just here, but they did it on homecoming night against BFA. So a lot to overcome, but that they did. Want to let you know that this broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to the staff at 802-782-8676. They'll cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. In fact, tonight's game is actually being broadcast statewide, so appreciate folks tuning in. Also want to note that coming up soon at the Weldon Theater here in St. Albans is the 10th annual Northwest Nightmares Film Festival. Come watch 2 hours of community-made short horror movies on October 24th at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at nwnights.com. So nwnightmares.com.
Great scene on the field, Tate, obviously, and appreciate all the sponsors but it's a really nice scene out on the field, looking at all the seniors and their parents and families.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Dave Burnell on hand for the regular season finale as the BFA Bobwhites play host to the Hartford Hurricanes.
Yeah, we mentioned, if you're just joining in during our pregame, Tate, what a lovely night it is tonight. You mentioned the colors, just fantastic. Of course, it's dark now, but what a beautiful day today was. It's going to be, it looks like it to be a decent weekend, and really a vibrant time to be here in the fall, looking at the lovely state that we live in and all the colors. And just from a football perspective, I mean, if you're going to play football, this is the night you want to play. It's just tremendous temperature out.
Beautiful.
Not too hot, obviously, not too cold. Really very little wind.
This is what you live for living in Vermont, right?
Absolutely.
Days like today and nights like this evening. So again, Bobwhites set to receive here in the first half. Got Cody Barrett back deep, standing at around his own 10-yard line. Kicking off for the Hurricane looks to be number 72, Graham Thompson. Thompson has the ball teed up at his own 40-yard line. And we're underway. A line drive kick going to be fielded by the up man at the 25-yard line. Turning upfield is Isaac Gratton. And Gratton upended down at his own 38-yard line.
Really smart play by Gratton. Tate did a nice job, was able to corral it in. A lot of times you'll see the up back try to kneel that out, but he noticed that the kickoff team for Hartford was quite a ways back. Did a great job getting the ball in decent field position.
So here we go. Bobwhites 1st and 10. Ball spotted at their own 38-yard line. They'll look to break the huddle. Looks like we have Seneca DeRocher in shotgun formation. There's a snap. Quick pitch here to the near side. Excuse me, that's a pitch to DeRocher, so that was Liam Wood. My apologies. Wood took the snap.
Yeah, right on, Tate. Wood, actually, we thought Liam might start the game tonight at quarterback. Obviously, Liam's played fullback most of the season. We know he's a very capable quarterback, and I think being senior night, it's a great night to put him in. So it looks like him and Seneca just switched positions for this evening, at least to start.
Bobwhites will roll two receivers to the top of the screen. That's Deegan Rathburn splitting out wide to the far side of the field. Wood, here's the snap. And handoff does go to Seneca DeRocher, who's met in the backfield and gang tackled, losing about a yard on that carry.
Yeah, it was an inside handoff off the left side. DeRocher again with the ball. And it looks like, I think you're right, Tate, he either lost a yard or I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Interesting, Hartford coming out with a three-man front. We'll see if that stays the course during the evening.
Yeah, it certainly would be unaccustomed to seeing that against the BFA Delaware wing tee, but we shall see. 3rd and 6. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Timothy Sanders splits out wide on the far side as they go with a 4-receiver set. There's a snap. Back to pass is Wood looking downfield. Pump fakes under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Rolls here to the near side. Wood lowers his shoulder and dives ahead and looks to have enough for the first down.
Great job by Liam Wood, Tate. He looked right. His receiver was covered. Instead of throwing the ball into a lot of defensive backs and linebackers, he decided to tuck it in. Almost stumbled when he made that move up the left side and did an excellent job to get the first down.
So 1st and 10 for BFA. Nose of the football sits right on the 50-yard line. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Parker Dodlin splits out wide on the far side. Wood up under center. Long count. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead to Cody Barrett, and Barrett still on his feet, picks up 7, maybe 8 yards.
Yeah, excellent. Really good hard running by Barrett, Tate. Took the ball off the left side on a smash belly play. Had good blocking by the left side of the BFA offensive line. Good movement. We talked about Hartford with a 3-man front. They play, it looks like almost 5 linebackers. So once again, it'll be interesting to see. It looks like a lot of holes in the interior of that Hartford defensive line right now.
Sets up a 2nd and 3 at the Hurricane 43. Again, Wood up under center. Rathburn split out wide here to the near side. Long count, there's a snap. Handoff goes to DeRocher. Seneca DeRocher looking to bounce it outside, keeps it inside, takes a hit, holds on to the football, and has enough for the first down.
Yeah, nice hit, nice tackle on the play by number 74 for Hartford, Tate. That's Connor Tierney, senior defensive end. He came in, and but that was after DeRocher had made a nice run off the right side, some good blocking, had a nice block by his fullback on that particular play as well.
Sets up a 1st and 10. Ball now spotted at the Hartford 40-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 0-0 our score. Wood up under center. There's a snap. Hands off to the fullback straight ahead. That's Barrett, and Cody Barrett gets back to the line of scrimmage and not much more than that.
Met by number 9, Justin Robinson for Hartford. Nice tackle by Robinson. Was able to pick up a yard or so.
Sets up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobwhites.
Like BFA, Tate, keeping the ball on the ground. The only time Woods dropped back to pass was 3rd and long, and he tucked it in. We mentioned that, made a nice adjustment, got the first down, but they're winding clock, and they're really doing a nice job moving the offensive line of scrimmage.
Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Got an offset I formation in the backfield. And pitch goes to Seneca DeRocher. He steps up in between the tackles and drives ahead, picks up 4 on the carry.
Quick toss left, another nice block by Cody Barrett. Barrett's had several nice blocks tonight in front of DeRocher runs.
Sets up a 3rd and long again. Bobwhites 1 for 1 converting on 3rd downs here this evening. Call this 3rd and 6 at the Hurricane 36. Dodlin splits out wide to the far side. Rathburn wide here to the near side. Wood up under center. Long count, there's a snap. Handoff straight ahead to Barrett. Barrett breaks the hole, he has a free. There he goes to the 20, and Cody Barrett dives down to the 10-yard line for BFA.
Excellent run by Barrett. Touchdown saving tackle, Tate, by number 27 for Hartford. That's Nick LaRose. If LaRose doesn't make that tackle, then Barrett's in the end zone. So ripped off a nice run. Beautiful hole on the left side of the line by BFA offensive line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for BFA. Ball spotted at the 11. Long count, there's a snap, handoff straight ahead to Barrett. Not a whole lot there.
On that previous play, Tate, that Barrett ripped off the left side for big yardage. A couple of great blocks by number 56, Michael McNall, and number 60, Harrison Stone for BFA. Doing a great job on that left side, opening up holes for DeRocher and Barrett.
Sets up a 2nd and 9. 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Bobwhites have already chewed 6 minutes off. Dodlin splits out wide to the far side. Long count. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls here to the near side. There goes Wood. Wood has the corner. Wood dives ahead, and Wood is driven out at around the 3, just short of the first down.
Great fake by Wood inside, and then he kept the ball around the left side. Really did a good job on the ball fake. Another nice tackle tape by Nick LaRose, defensive back for Hartford, that saved the Barrett touchdown, came up strong on that play, and kept Wood just short of the first down.
So sets up 3rd and short. Call it 3rd and about 2. Long 2. Clock stops at 5:39 here in the first quarter as Wood was forced out of bounds. Seneca DeRocher splits out wide to the far side. First time we've seen that this evening. Wood takes a snap, rolls, drives ahead, and Wood is in for a BFA touchdown. Liam Wood on the 3-yard quarterback keeper.
Yeah, nice job. That's a good pickup tape. They rolled DeRocher out almost as a decoy on the right side. Saw him flank right out instead of in the backfield. Wood took the snap, and as you said, did a nice job. Once again, really nice performance by the BFA offensive line that entire drive. And they ripped off almost 6.5 minutes off the clock.
PAT opportunity for Landon Underwood. There's a snap, they get it down. Underwood's kick is up, it's high enough, and it is good. Our score with 5:37 remaining here in the first quarter is BFA 7, Hartford 0. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. The Bobwhites with a 7-0 lead. Head coach Jeff Murray couldn't have crafted a better start to this football game.
Excellent drive by BFA. We talked about the offensive line play, the ability to win in the trenches. It's something BFA knew they had to do tonight against a strong Hurricane team that we know perennially they're going to be tough on both sides of the ball on the offensive defensive line. I thought BFA won that battle. Liam Wood did a nice job quarterbacking the team, and some great runs between Wood, DeRoche, and Barrett.
Squib kick, and ball is loose. It's a ball on the ground, and BFA had an opportunity. No official signal yet. And BFA has it. So the Bobwhites with a squib kick come up with it.
Looks like looks like maybe number 89, Tate, for BFA. Reed Stiles was able to get that ball. It's hard to see on that bottom of the scrum, but we know Stiles was right in the middle of the play. Excellent job on the strategic onside kick.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win, right? Because if it doesn't hit the lineman, it goes through. All right, you maybe give up 10 or 15 yards, but hey, you do give yourself an opportunity to get that ball back, and that was the break that the Bobwhites got. So here we go, BFA back with the ball. Hurricane defense stays out there. Wood, shotgun formation. There's a snap. Rolls here to the near side, looking downfield, fires it, and it is high. An incomplete pass intended for Deegan Rathburn.
He and Wood and Rathburn were just off a little bit on that. Either that or Liam was just throwing the ball away, Tate. He was well covered downfield, really hadn't broken away from his defensive back that was competing for the ball. So good job for Liam just to throw that ball away.
2nd and 10. Bobwhites will roll two receivers out here to the near side. Deegan and Underwood. Underwood, the slot man. Motion in the backfield. We got movement by BFA. I believe Rathburn kind of twitched there up at the line of scrimmage, and the official caught it. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Bobwhites.
Well, Parker Dotterland started in motion, Tate, as you mentioned, and sometimes if you don't execute a lot of motion on the offensive side of the football, it can throw a little monkey wrench into the cadence, and then an ensuing procedure penalty. This is something that obviously BFA didn't do in that first drive, so first penalty of the night for the Bobwhites.
See if they can overcome. Sets up a 2nd and 15, down to 5:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Bobwhites with a 7-0 lead. Again, Rathburn will split out wide here to the near side. And Underwood slot, and too much time. So the Bobwhites taking up too much time after that penalty, and after having a flawless or near flawless first drive, 2 back-to-back penalties.
Yeah, that's rough, and I know Coach Murray is going to rectify that situation here. But you're right, that's a tough start. Wood throws an incomplete pass. Be interesting to see if BFA decides to throw the ball or keep it on the ground. They really kept it on the ground essentially that first drive.
All right, here we go. 2nd and now 20. Low snap, but they able to hand it off to DeRocher, who's met in the backfield, and DeRocher nowhere to run. Somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Dakota had no running room there around the right side, as you mentioned, Tate. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Give credit to that Hartford defense for recognizing the play and coming up strong on the left side.
So 3rd and a country mile here. Call it 3rd and 20.
Essex still content to go with that 3-man front, Tate, on the defensive side of the football.
Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Rafferty splits out wide on the far side. Wood takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield, decides to air it out deep, and they're going up for it. It's intercepted. Pass was intended for number 20, Landon Underwood, but coming down with it is number 10 for the Hurricane, Brandon Trombley, the quarterback for the Hurricane.
Yeah, Trombley did a beautiful job. He waited for the ball to get at its highest point, went up, stepped in front of Underwood, and made an excellent interception. So now we'll see Braden Underwood at quarterback. We've heard a lot about him. Looking forward to seeing him under center for Hartford.
Trombley last week against the Hurricane, against Middlebury, threw for 3 touchdown passes and ran in a rushing touchdown for 4.
Well, I was just going to say, Tate, excuse me, BFA's first stint here on defense. We'll see if they can hold Hartford.
Now again, the Hurricane run the wing tee offense as well. There's a snap, handoff here to the second back through on that far side. And it looked like under center that go-round was Nick LaRose, number 27. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that.
Nice tackle by Isaac Gratton for BFA, Tate. He came up strong with a couple other defenders for the Bobwhites.
Now Trombley looks to be back. After the interception, he may have run off the field, had an equipment issue. So Trombley now under center, looking at a 2nd and 8 for the Hurricane. Kind of a double wing formation here. Single set backfield, handoff on the end around, and that's Evan Lenz. Minimal gain.
Yeah, Evan Lenz was the left wing, as you said, double wing setup. Trombley hands it off to Linz, just kind of a jet sweep type play, Tate. Had quite a bit of blockers around the outside, was able to pick up several yards. Pretty good reaction by the BFA defense to come up quickly and limit Linz from getting big yardage.
So here we go, call it 3rd and about 4. Ball at the Hurricane 36-yard line. 3:26 remaining here in the first quarter. Line splits out wide to the far side. Trombley up under center, motion to the backfield, handoff to the fullback straight ahead, and Bobwhite defense stands him up. Timmy Sanders in on the tackle.
Yeah, excellent job by Sanders. Sanders came in from his linebacker position, Tate, and really stood up the Hartford running back and was able to really hold him up long enough to have his teammates come and finish off the play. So excellent job by the BFA defense in their first series on the field.
So head coach Matt Trombley rolls out his punt team, and we got a flag against Hartford. Illegal formation against the Hurricane. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So Trombley, besides being the quarterback, is also the punter for Hartford. Looks like Seneca DeRocher will be back deep for the Bobwhites. Ball now spotted at around the 33. Motion here for the punt. High snap, Trombley gets it down, and he's going to call for it. Calls his own number on the fake, and he'll have the first down and more, and forced out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
Well, excellent play call. You could see with that motion play that Hartford had that there might be something in store, and it wasn't a surprise when Trombley got the ball from center in his punter's position. The right side was wide open for him, and he showed his running ability, Tate. He's very fast. He's shifty. He's pretty good-sized football player. So BFA is going to have to buckle down a little bit.
I almost wonder if they give that option to Trombley to make that, because if you start counting numbers, especially with that man in motion, you could see he had a gaping hole there, and he took it. First and 10, gonna be a counter here to the near side, and stepping forward for the Hurricane on the carry was Sean Keller.
Yeah, nice run by Keller. Nice play design by Hartford. Number 39, the right wing, Nolan Morse went in motion, Tate, around the left side, and they counter back to the inside with Kelleher. Nice pickup. Good job by BFA just to hold it to a little over 5 yards.
Again, the Hurricane run a version of the Delaware wing tee, so you'll see a lot of motion, you'll see a lot of counters. Certainly the BFA defense should be accustomed to seeing that. They see it in practice against their own offense. And counter here again, near to the near side, and looking to burst free was Trenton Bird, but minimal gain this go-round.
Well, another nice play by number 44, Grattan for BFA. Did a nice job just sticking to his ground like you're taught, like you practice week in and week out. Don't get fooled by the quick pitch or fake pitch the other way. Hartford really tried to essentially run the same play they did where they had some success on the play before.
Sets up a 3rd and 3 at the Bobwhite 44-yard line. 1:04 to go here in the first quarter. Bobwhites with a 7-0 lead. Trombley shotgun formation, trips formation, 3 receiver set here to the near side. Here's a snap. Trombley rolls this side. Looking downfield, fires in the flats, and incomplete. Batted down by Cody Barrett. Made a nice move coming around the receiver.
Excellent job by Barrett, Tate. Ball was intended for Nolan Morse, the wing back to the right side here. That's where he's played predominantly during the first 2 series for Hartford on offense. And Trombley had a lot of time in the backfield to really survey the BFA secondary. You got to give BFA credit. Great coverage on the play.
Sets up a 4th and 3 at the Bobwhite 44. Looks like head coach Matt Trombley will be going for it here. Split Evan Linz out here to the near side. Motion again here to the near side. Here's a snap. Trombley his own number here to the near side, and he'll barrel his way forward on the quarterback keeper for the first down.
Good strong run by Trombley. He put his head down. He got hit initially by Barrett, and he just kept on running through the tackle and was eventually helped out by Sanders. So good hard running by Braden Trombley.
Trombley really leading the offense thus far for the Hurricane. Got about 23 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Fast-paced, fast-moving quarter at that. Again, senior night, last home game of the season for BFA if you're just tuning in. Under 10 seconds to go. Here's Trombley. Looks and takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls on the far side. Looking downfield. Fires, and it is incomplete. Just kind of short hops that. Looking for Evan Lenz. And with the incompletion, that will do it. So the end of the first quarter of play, it's BFA 7, Hartford 0. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks, Dave Bernal here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center. Dave, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Well, great. Yeah, both teams keeping the ball on the ground. BFA coming out with a 6.5-minute drive and really running a lot of clock. Excellent drive. Their offensive line really, not call it dominated, but controlled the line of scrimmage, and Liam Wood running in from 3 yards out. Now it's Hartford's turn. Hartford with a pretty good drive here behind quarterback Braden Trombley.
Trombley hands off, second man through, and bursting free with some running room is number 9, Justin Robinson, and Robinson down to about the BFA 10.
Dakota DeRoche bringing him down. Good run by Robinson off the left side. Big hole, gaping hole, and Robinson, who's a good-sized running back for Hartford, did a nice job really getting those legs moving, saw some room in the secondary, and was able to really peel off a nice run.
So 1st and 10 for the Hurricane. Ball spotted at the Bobwhite 11-yard line.
Not the way BFA wanted to start that second quarter, Tate.
No. So here we go. You're going to have a full house backfield. Here's a snap, handoff to the second man through. Once again, that's Robinson down to about the 6.
Looked like almost a version of the old T.
Yeah.
The T formation, 3 backs in the backfield behind quarterback Braden Tremblay. They gave it to what looks like from here the fullback Robinson, and Robinson has another nice carry.
Sets up a 2nd and 4 at around the 5-yard line here for the Hurricane, who were able to achieve this drive with a fake punt and a big 4th down conversion. Again, full house backfield. Trombley up under center. There's a snap. Handoff to the second man through. That's Kelleher, and Kelleher is down to around the 1. Not in the end zone, but he may have enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, Kelleher actually had a nice crease off the right side off tackle. He looks like he slipped on about the 2 and went down on the 1. If he doesn't slip, he probably crosses the end zone line, Tate.
So it is 1st and goal here for the Hurricane. Ball spotted at the 1-yard line. Number of substitutions for Hartford. Braden Trombley breaks the huddle. Mook splits out wide to the far side of the field. Motion in the backfield and counter handoff straight ahead. No signal yet and no gain.
Excellent job by number 80 for BFA. That's Timmy Sanders. We've called his name quite a bit on the defensive side of the football, Tate. Sanders did a nice job getting to the running back as soon as he got the ball, and really was the key Bobwhite defender to keep him out of the end zone.
Sets up a 2nd and goal from about the 1. Robinson, wingman here to the near side. It's quarterback sneak straight ahead with Trombley, and he is in for a Hartford touchdown.
That was no surprise. I thought we'd see that on the last play, 1st and goal from the 1, but hey, credit Tremblay, nice play, and the Hartford offensive line for really mimicking the BFA offensive line in that first drive. The Bobwhites had the football. They did a super job, Tate, of staying together, cohesive unit, doing a nice job, opening up some really nice holes.
Tyler Piper, not Piper, it's actually 72 Graham Thompson for the PAT, and Thompson's kick is up, and it is good. Our score with 9:09 remaining in the first half, BFA 7, Hartford 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks, Dave Burno here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center. Dave, your thoughts on Hartford's first drive of the game?
Yeah, excellent drive. Braden Tremblay had a couple of big runs, none bigger than that fake punt, Tate, on 4th and long from just short of midfield. So that was the biggest play of the drive. And then Robinson and Tremblay had a couple of big runs.
Fielded by Landon Underwood here to the near side. Underwood squirts through, picks up an additional 5 before he's lassoed down. So Bobwhite's going to start this one up around their own 38.
Ethan Jacobson taking Underwood down, I agree. Nice job by Underwood to pick up that ball. Seen a couple of now kickoff returns for BFA where they pick up the ball. Your up backs pick up the ball and get some nice yardage, Tate, to set BFA up with good field position.
Ball spotted at the 38 of BFA. 9:02 remaining here in the first half. Deegan Rathburn splits out wide to the far side of the field. Liam Wood up under center. He got the start tonight at quarterback. Motion in the backfield. It's going to be a counter handoff here to the near side, and nothing going there as Underwood is taken down maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
Matthew Franklin, defensive lineman, really put a nice hit on DeRoche. Is that DeRoche with the ball, right, Tate? And didn't pick up the BFA runner, but it appeared to be DeRoche. Great tackle by number 79 for the Hurricanes, Matthew Franklin. He's been in on quite a few defensive plays for Hartford thus far tonight.
Just taking a look defensively here, Dave, as you noted, they had a three-man front to start the game. Looks like they're starting to certainly. Yeah. Back down to a 4. Wood under center. There's a snap. Rolls out to the far side, looking downfield. Loses his footing, but still fires in. Ball is caught. And big catch and holding on for that. Is that Seneca DeRocher, number 10? Lost the helmet on the play.
His helmet did come off, and it looks like it was
Rathburn.
number 88, Rathburn.
Yep.
Nice pattern by Rathburn, Tate. He was on the far side of the field in front of the A6 bench. Did a beautiful job of really doing a quick comeback route, little out pattern, and Wood threw a nice strike, running to his weak side, stopped, set up, and threw a nice ball. Good pitch and catch from Liam Wood to Rathburn.
Rathburn heads to the near sideline for breather and take a look at his mask and helmet. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 49 of Hartford. Motion pitch here to Seneca DeRocher. DeRocher looking for a seam, races here to the near side and gets back to the line of scrimmage. So good job defensively by Hartford, not really giving up anything outside of DeRocher here this evening.
Yeah, nice recognition by Braden Tremblay. Of course, he's the quarterback for the Hurricane. He did a nice job. You know, DeRocher didn't have much. As soon as he got the pitch, Hartford kind of snuffed that out. Also on the play, with number 27, we called his number for the Hurricane tonight, Tate, Nick LaRose. We've called it more often in coverage, but he did a nice job coming up and supporting the tackle.
Parker Dodlin splits out wide to the far side, looking at a 2nd and about 9. Handoff straight ahead to Barrett. And Barrett, there he goes to the 30. He breaks the seam to the 20. Hey, Cody Barrett, it's a foot race, and Barrett is down to the 1-yard line. Tackled by Tremblay, who never gave up on the play.
No, Tremblay did a great job, and Barrett's had a couple of really big runs from his fullback position. He's very, very quick. He's got great explosiveness. That's the 2nd time we've seen him break off a big run, Tate. And excellent play by Tremblay to force him out at the 1. That was a 47-yard scamper.
Bobwhites quickly to the line of scrimmage. Wood under center. Long count. Hands off to Barrett. Barrett lowers his head. A flag comes out at the line of scrimmage. Touchdown. But I think this one's coming back, Dave.
Well, it was thrown by the back judge in the back of the end zone. So you would think that would be probably a hold call.
So right now, Barrett was in for the touchdown, but again, this one may be coming back. Personal foul, legal chop block against BFA.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's going to really set them back. That's going to be a 15-yarder, right, Tate? So that's going to bring them back from the 2 to the 17-yard line on what looked like a nice touchdown run by Barrett. I'm really impressed with Barrett.
Only a junior.
I really like the way he hits the hole. He hits it with a lot of acceleration, very hard. He's got good vision, and BFA's doing a really nice job, though, opening up a little hole for him. I like his explosiveness when he hits the secondary.
If the Bobwhites don't get points or don't get a touchdown, remember that effort by Brendan Tremblay not giving up on that play.
Yeah, great point, Trick. Great point.
All right, it's a 10-yard penalty, so it sets up. Well, let's hold on. They put it at the 11. Now they're putting it at the 16. I should have been a 15. I was a little surprised that it was
15. Yeah, that's a 15-yard infraction.
Surprised they spotted at the 11 to start off there. All right, here we go. 1st and goal from around the 16. Wood under center, motion in the backfield. Hands off straight ahead, and not a whole lot there for Barrett. And he's got only one leg to himself when they whistle a play down.
Once again, nice tackle coming up strong by number 8 for the Hurricane, Ethan Jacobson. defensive end on this side of the field, the Bobwhite side of the football field. Barrett running, as you mentioned, very hard, though. He got hit as soon as he got the football, really at the line of scrimmage, and was able to actually move the football a couple yards forward, picked up 2 yards.
Sets up a 2nd and goal. Rathburn back in after that earlier catch, splits out wide on the far side. Motion in the backfield, looking at trips on that far side. Quick pitch, and it's going to be a half option pass, and DeRocher fires in the end zone and batted down. Dangerous pass there, and Mook came in to bat that one down.
Interesting play. They run Dowdland in motion from the right wing. He runs across behind Wood. They toss it in that same direction, a quick toss to DeRocher, and it looked like Rathburn was covered pretty well by the Hartford secondary. The secondary for Hartford's played really well tonight. You know, we've obviously Tremblay came up with a big pick, Tate, earlier in that first quarter, and number 27, Nick LaRose, has had a super game on at strong corner.
So this time, DeRocher and Rathburn split out wide on the far side. 4 receivers set. Back to pass is Wood, looking, has time, launches it high on the far side for Rathburn. Touchdown! Touchdown, BFA!
What a beautiful throw from Wood to
Seneca DeRocher.
Beautiful throw to Seneca. Wood just stepped back, took a quick drop, gave Seneca time to get open in the left corner of the end zone, and threw a strike from 15 yards out. Well-timed pattern, Tate.
So big 3rd down, touchdown pass from Leon Wood, and the Bobwhites retake the lead with the PAT to follow. Underwood for the PAT. There's a snap. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it is good. Our score with 5:16 remaining here in the first half. It's BFA 14, Hartford 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Dave Burno on hand. Dave, your thoughts on that drive?
Well, we were just talking about it off air. I mean, it was a beautiful throw from Liam Wood to Seneca DeRocher. 15-yard out, waited for him in the corner.
No, he got a counter handoff here to the near side on the kick return, and racing down number 30 for the Hurricane, Trenton Bird.
Ezra Mock received the initial kickoff, Tate, and then did a nice job flipping the ball, handing it off to Trenton Bird, threw off the BFA kick return team a little bit, and had a really nice run back, setting up Hartford for 1st and 10 from their own 40. Just to get back to that drive, though, excellent job by BFA. You know, you called it, 2 different sets of wideouts on both sides of the field. They pushed DeRocher way out to the left, and he ran a great pattern. Once again, you got to give Liam a lot of credit. He really let the play develop, and he threw a strike to DeRocher in the end zone.
You're right. I mean, didn't rush it. To your point, let the play develop. So here it is, 1st and 10 for the Hurricane at their own 40-yard line. Handoff over on that far side to Nolan Morse, and Morse picks up 5, maybe 6 on the carry.
Morse goes in motion. He's been really the motion back from the wing tonight, whether it's the left or right side. This time, Tate, they hand off to him. He gets a nice gain, almost 7 yards.
Sets up a 2nd and 2. Ball spotted at the Hurricane 48-yard line. 4:44 remaining here in the second quarter.
This is an opportunity where the BFA defense really wants to shut down the Hurricane offense, get the ball back, and, hey, maybe punch something in here right before halftime.
Braden Trombley up under center. Motion in the backfield. Play action pass, looking downfield, steps into it, wields it deep and wide, and has a man open. Incomplete! Just out of the outstretched hands of Evan Linz.
Beautiful throw by Tremblay. He waited. He had a lot of time. He set up. He had about a 5-yard, almost 6-yard drop, Tate, and he let that play. We mentioned let the play develop. Linz got open down the right side and just off his fingertips. Would have been a difficult catch.
Would have come back anyways, holding on the play. But yeah, I mean, a step more and he was in the end zone.
To no avail, as you said, though, a penalty to Hartford, that really backs them up. That was a key penalty for BFA. Really adds to BFA's defensive strategy here. 2nd and long.
Clock will stop with the penalty with 4:11 remaining here in the second quarter. Mook splits out wide here to the near side. Motion in the backfield. Trombley takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket, has some running room. Trombley's fast, turns on the Jets. Over on the far side, took the deke and out of bounds. And he'll have enough for a Hartford first down. So, we'll see what we can do. Keep going.
Yeah, excellent job by Tremblay going up the right side. Able to take the ball and get a first down.
Sets up a 1st and 10. Ball now spotted at the BFA 49-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go here. There's a snap. Motion handoff goes straight ahead to the second man through. That's Justin Robinson, and Robinson, minimal gain on the play.
Good job by BFA on that, Tate. Once again, looks like number 80 for the Bobwhites. That's Timmy Sanders, was in on the tackle for BFA.
Sets up a 2nd and 8. Ball's now spotted at the BFA 46-yard line. Clock continues to run. Hartford with 3 timeouts remaining, 3:23 remaining here in the in the second quarter. Mook splits out wide here to the near side. Double wing formation, motion, and handoff goes to Linz, and Linz turns it around the end, and he'll be close to the first down and out of bounds.
Yeah, nice run by Linz around the outside. BFA not able to contain that play.
And they do credit him for the first down.
First down, Hartford.
Sets up a 1st and 10 for the Hurricane. Ball now spotted at the BFA 39-yard line. Trombley under center, motion in the backfield. Handoff goes straight ahead once again to Robinson, and Robinson's going to be close to the first down.
Just getting through some technical difficulties up here, Tate, with my mic, so hopefully coming through here loud and clear. Just made an adjustment up in the booth. Hartford with a big drive here.
There's a handoff here to the near side, and racing free, number 41, Sean Keller. Keller have enough for the first down.
Flags littered the field there. We had 2 different flags come in. Good run by Keller off the left side, made a nice cut.
Once you went over and touched his microphone, it's working totally fine now.
Okay.
I'm not sure, 'cause I'm on like 45-second delay in the audio. So
Yep. Gotcha. All right.
First and goal.
All right. First and goal here for Hartford as we work through some technical issues. 2:25 remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, this is important for BFA defense. You know, they've played pretty well. They haven't broke yet so far. So this is a time to really show a good stand here. Only a couple minutes left in the half.
Motion in the backfield, pitch goes, and around the end here to the near side. Number 2, I believe that's Linz on the carry. Looking at a 2nd and goal at around the 2. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
As we get close to halftime, don't forget to visit the Booster Snack Bar for some popcorn, pizza, hot dog.
Second and goal. How would you keep?
Yeah, no, 2nd and goal. I mean, this is, once again, we just talked about this. Pivotal time for the BFA defense. Looks like Hartford's going to call a timeout. Coach Tremblay, good time for, 1:23 left. This is such an important series. 2nd and 2, from the 2. 2nd and goal from the 2, excuse me, so.
Okay, I switched over to the third port. I think you'll be good.
Okay.
I'm listening to it on YouTube, so I don't
Okay,
know.
sure.
All right, so Hartford uses their first timeout here. Hartford will break the huddle. Again, we're trying to address some audio issues. Like Dave, we think got your microphone set this go around.
Yeah, hopefully. It's okay though. We got a heck of a first half here, Tate. And BFA defense really in a pivotal spot with 1:23 left in the half.
Full house backfield, 2nd and goal. There's a snap, handoff straight ahead to Robinson, and Robinson is in for a Hurricane touchdown.
Yeah, big number 9, Justin Robinson, did a nice job getting the ball off the left side, left guard tackle spot, and was able to carry a couple of BFA defenders into the end zone.
PAT here for Hartford for Graham Thompson. There's a snap. Thompson's kick is up, and it is good. With 1:17 remaining here in the second quarter, our score, BFA 14, Hartford 14. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks, Dave Burno here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center. And Dave, we got ourselves a good one, 14 all.
Yeah, we do. Big Robinson took it in for Hartford from a couple yards out, and got to give Hartford a lot of credit. Really nice drive they put together. Once again, it's kind of the tale of the offensive lines from both sides of the field here, and that was Hartford's turn.
Ball is fielded by Barrett. Barrett here to the near side, and Barrett still racing all the way down to the 45.
He's had a heck of a football game tonight, Tate. Cody Barrett ripped off a couple of really nice runs, and that was a really nice job getting the ball in the air, getting as much positive yardage as he can.
So 1st and 10 for BFA. They have all 3 timeouts of the remaining with 1:10 remaining here in the first half. Rathburn splits out wide to the far side. Wood up under center. Looks like a little offset I formation in the backfield, and a quick pitch does go to Sabrin. Sabrin makes one defender miss. Double juke again, still on his feet, and I said Sabrin, I meant to say DeRozier.
He reminds you of
He reminds me of Sabrin a little bit.
Of a player named Chris Sabrin.
DeRozier, sorry about that.
It's okay. I knew what you meant.
Too many years in the booth.
That's right. That's right. Now, nice run by DeRozier off the left side. Was able to pick up 5. Hey, BFA has some time. They're at midfield. 52 seconds left. We know Wood can throw the football, and also we know Barrett's had some big runs. So maybe a combination of both here. I think Underwood has a pretty good leg. It looks like too. So if they can get in decent field goal range, maybe they can try to go for 3 points.
Speaking of older, retired players, and not speaking of kickers, you had like Robert Kelly and Cam Dunsmore, both of which had incredible kicking ability. Robert Kelly, who still holds, I think, the record for the longest high school field goal in Vermont, which took place right here at the Collins Pearly, which was, I believe, a 59-yarder.
That's right. I was here.
Right in that spot.
That's right.
Here we go, 2nd and 5. 52 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Wood back to pass, out of the shotgun, rolls in. He's got a heavy hit on the play. Down on the sack, big number 74, Connor Turner.
Yeah, Tierney came flying in, and Wood didn't have much time on that. No time for the play to really develop, and credit the Hartford defense. Tierney came in, beat his blocker, and was able to sack Wood.
It's going to be 3rd and 14, and I think the Bobwhites don't want to give any time back to Trombley here late in the first half, so they decide not to use their timeout, looking at a 3rd and long. Down to 15 seconds to go. Splitting out wide here to the near side, number 26, Parker Dodlin. We'll see if Jeff Murray keeps this one on the ground. Down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds, there's a snap. Handoff straight ahead, and that will do it to Grattan, I believe, for the first half. Our score at the half, BFA 14, Hartford 14. You're watching BFA Bobwhite Football, Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks, Dave Burno at the Collins Pearly Sports Center. Our score at the half: BFA 14, Hartford 14. Dave, your thoughts on that?
Well, a real exciting first half of football. We were talking about it offline, Tate, at halftime here, and both teams executed well on the offensive line. We saw some good running, a couple of key throws, and we've got the score update if we want to go through that right now. First quarter, BFA commandeers a 6.5-minute drive. Down to the 5.5-minute mark. They took the ball and really ran it down the Hurricanes' throat to a degree. Great execution by their offensive line. Liam Wood cashes in from 3 yards out, and Underwood has a successful PAT, 7-0 BFA. That was at the 5:37 mark of the first quarter. Braden Tremblay, exceptional quarterback, who I know we're very impressed with up here in the booth for Hartford, the junior quarterback, rumbles in from a yard out at the 9:09 mark of the second quarter. Thompson with a PAT ties the game up 7-7. The key to that, though, Tate, was that fake punt that Tremblay peeled off about 15, 16 yards on.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I mean, it was not, it was a pretty gutsy call from your own, in your own territory, first drive of the game, but his coach gave him the green light.
Then at the 5:16 mark of the second quarter, Liam Wood aired out a beautiful throw, a corner throw into the back left-hand corner of the end zone on a beautiful pattern that DeRoche ran. Seneca DeRoche, 15-yard touchdown pass, 14-7 BFA, Underwood PAT good. And then Robinson for the Hurricane punches one in from 2 yards out with 1:17 left in the half. And then Thompson's PAT good, 14-14 game, and that's where we stand right now.
All right, taking a look outside of tonight's game, we got some out-of-town scores. These games all are at halftime. Middlebury versus the Seawolves, and it's the Tigers with a 9-0 lead. So the South Burlington squad, again, putting up a fight against the Tigers. Brattleboro and Spalding, that game at Spalding, all knotted up at 7. It's Fairhaven leading down at Colchester 14-7. And then Burton facing off against Division II Mount Anthony team at the half. That one is a competitive, close game. It's the Bulldogs only leading the Patriots 10-0.
Well, a really important game for BFA, obviously, is that Middlebury, Seawolves, South Burlington Seawolves game, 9-0 Middlebury. And that's going to be interesting to see how that surfaces. Obviously, BFA in 9th place right now. They can control their own destiny here, right, Tate, in the second half.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to seeing BFA come out and play a really strong second half, keep the momentum they had in the first half. They've played well on both sides of the ball at the line of scrimmage. And Liam Wood's done a really nice job at quarterback. And and once again, I think really one of the stars of the first half is Cody Barrett for BFA at fullback, who's ripped off a couple of really nice runs and done an extremely good job handling the football for BFA at the fullback position.
All right, back on the field here at the Collins Pearly. The kick is away to start the second half. A high end-over-end kick fielded at the 12, fakes the handoff, racing here to the near side, and finally makes a nice counter move over to the far side of the field, out to the 50, and Timmy Sanders is going to upend him, but all the way down to the BFA 46.
Great run by Trenton Bird. Bird was the recipient of the handoff lateral on the last kickoff return. This time he faked it, and he kept the ball and had a sterling return to the BFA, almost 45-yard line.
So excellent starting field position. Dave, I've got to tell you, I'm surprised that we don't see more of that in high school football.
You know, that's a good point, Tate. You don't. It really... It's great misdirection, the kickoff team. And because we don't see a lot of the high school football, it really does throw off the kickoff team.
1st and 10 here for the Hurricane. Quarterback Brandon Trombley up under center. Double wing formation. You got motion in the backfield, and it's going to be a counter here to the near side with Robinson. And Robinson bulldozers his way for about a 6-yard gain.
DeRoche, number 64 for BFA. Drake Remillard on the tackle, but a little too much yardage. That's almost 7 yards, Tate. Robinson's run extremely hard tonight for the Hurricane at the fullback spot.
Nose of the football at the 40-yard line. What are the officials are trying to let the far sideline know it's second down. They have it. There they go. They still had it at first down. All right, here we go. Back on the field, Trombley up under center. There's a snap, handoff here to the near side, looking and weaving his way forward, number 20.
I think that might be Bird again, Tate.
Yeah, Bird
number
again.
30, yep.
Number 30, and he'll have enough for the first down.
Bird does a really good job of letting his blocks establish. He doesn't hit the hole as hard as a Barrett does for BFA, but he does a nice job picking out the seams, lets the blocks set up, and then he does a nice job using vision to really bounce it into the secondary.
First and 10 for the Hurricane. Double wing formation. Motion in the backfield. Handoff straight ahead to Robinson, and Robinson picks up 7.
Robinson dragged down by Barrett, but every carry so far, Tate, for the Hurricane here in the second half has been substantial.
Sets up a 2nd and 2.
BFA's got to figure out a way really to attack that line of scrimmage here, either bring more players up in the box. Trombley really hasn't shown pass that much tonight.
Lynn splits out wide on the far side. Handoff again over on that far side to Bird, and Bird is going to be close to the first down.
Brought down by number 89, Reed Stiles.
And it's going to be 3rd and short. Ball spotted right at the 30-yard line of BFA.
That was the first play that the BFA defense has really held the Hurricane to a couple of yards.
Bring in a tight formation, handoff to the second man through, and bursting forward for the first down, but a flag on the play was Bird. So Bird has enough, but a flag right here the near sideline.
Yeah, it was thrown by the near side official here, Tate, by the BFA sidelines. And that's going to be an infraction against the Hurricane. BFA defense really needs to dig in here and take that penalty, give them a little fuel and some momentum as they've been on their heels a little bit here in this early stages of the second half.
They'll walk that off from the point of the infraction, and the Hurricane are now going to be looking at a 3rd and about 10, maybe 3rd and 11. So big penalty against the Hurricane. Got some substitutions by Hartford going on.
I would imagine we don't have a play clock, Tate, but they're going to be running pretty close to maximizing out the play clock.
Yep, good call. Trombley does get the snap away and hands off in the backfield, and going nowhere is Robinson. So Bobwhites stack up Robinson that go round.
Yeah, great job once again by number 44 for BFA, Isaac Gratton. We've called his name a number of times on the defensive side of the football. Gratton does a good job of holding on to Robinson. Robinson was trying to carry Gratton somewhat, but Isaac kept his ground and was able to hold up Robinson so a couple of his teammates could come in and help him take the big Hartford back, senior Hartford back down to the ground, short of the first down.
Ball's at the BFA 31-yard line, 4th and 11. Hurricane have converted on 1 4th down. That was on the fake punt back in the first quarter. 2 receivers set on the top side of your screen. Trombley back to pass, under pressure, steps up, fires it over the middle, has a man, incomplete, dropped. Wide open was Bird, and Trenton Bird will not want to watch the film on that.
No, that was a
touchdown.
Well executed throw by Braden Trombley. Trombley looked like he was going to tuck it in and run with it. He had stepped up in the pocket. At the last minute, he saw Bird come open in the secondary, threw a good ball, and yeah, Bird's going to want that one back. But good play by Trombley, and BFA fortunate to get out of that Hurricane drive.
Bobwhites dodge a bullet on that one as there was nothing between Bird and the end zone. All right, for the Bobwhites, Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Bobwhites getting the ball back with 7:43 here. for their first offensive series in the third quarter. Seneca DeRocher, wing back here to the near side. Handoff goes to the near side, and Barrett nowhere to run.
Yeah, that play was blown up early by number 8 for the Hurricane, who's had a really nice defensive game tonight. Ethan Jacobson, the senior defensive end, he figured that play out as soon as Barrett went to get the handoff from Wood and stuffed him for a 1-yard loss.
Sets up a second and call it 11. Parker Dodlin splits out wide on the far side. Wood under center. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls back the pass. Looking, steps up, and it's batted down.
Nice play by number 77 for Hartford, knocking that football down. Al Aldrich, senior defensive lineman, came in. He wasn't the only Hartford player that Wood had in his face before he threw the football. Liam waiting for his receivers to get open, Tate. DeRocher back to block in the setback roll, but 3 Hurricanes was too much. Great play by Aldrich.
Clock stops with the incompletion. 6:59 remaining here in the third quarter. Rathburn going to split out wide on the far side of the field along with Parker Dodlin. It's going to be a trips formation on that far side. Wood takes it. He'll roll that far side. Heavy pressure, fires it high, and the ball is caught and going to be close to the first down. Parker Dodlin, good concentration on that far side of the field.
Yeah, nice sprint action by Liam. He rolls to the right, throws the ball on the run. Good play by Dodlin to bring in the catch, excuse me. A nice tackle by Ezra Mock, the junior defensive back, who really kept that short of a first down by a yard.
So 4th and 1, decision time for head coach Jeff Murray. I think they're going for it here.
They're going for it, Tate, from their own 40-yard line.
Saber, jumped into a time machine tonight. DeRocher splits out wide here to the near side. Shotgun formation for Wood, calls his own number, and he is going to be driven back, and a 7-yard loss on the play.
Number 9 for Hartford, we've called his name a lot. Justin Robinson, fullback, really beats his block, goes in, and Liam Wood had no chance on that, Tate. Robinson able to drag Wood down for a loss on the play, and Hartford will take over in great field position.
So the Bobwhites fail to convert on that 4th down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hurricane. Lynn splits out wide on the far side. Trombley up under center, takes a snap, hands off, straight ahead to number 41, Sean Kelleher. He'll pick up 2 on the carry.
Yeah, Kelleher. Hartford has a nice complement of running backs between Kelleher, Morse, obviously Robinson. We know Trombley can run from the quarterback position extremely well. Bird. I like the way that the coaching staff for Hartford uses a different array of backs.
So here we go, 2nd and call it 9. Great field position here for the Hurricane. And now we've got a whistle on the far side, and I believe a timeout taken by Hartford.
Yes.
With that, I want to say that this broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to the staff at 802-782-8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. Also want to let you know that coming up soon at the Weldon Theater here in St. Albans is the 10th annual Northwest Nightmares Film Festival. Come watch 2 hours of community made short horror movies on October 24th at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale at nwnightmares.com. Again, that's nwnightmares.com. Here in the field, we got motion in the backfield. Trombley drops back under heavy pressure. Trombley looking to turn the corner, and he does. Races to the near side. Now stutter steps and pushed out, but he's going to be close to a first down.
Nice play. I don't know if that was a broken play or not, Tate. I guess it was designed. both backs looked like, couldn't tell if it was a missed handoff from here in the booth, but anyway, Tremblay tucked the ball in his right arm and followed a couple of backs and his right side of his offensive line to a nice gain.
Sets up a 3rd and call it 1 at the BFA 25-yard line.
Extremely important defensive sequence for BFA here. They were able to get out of that last drive by Hartford, albeit with the help of really a key penalty against the Hurricane. And then a drop pass that should have been a touchdown catch.
Full house backfield, quick snap, hands off to the second man through, and Tremblay has enough for the first down.
Yeah, good tackle on the play by number 22 for BFA. Nathan Parent had a little help by number 70, Connor Starrett. Robinson, though, is a load, and when he gets the ball and he starts running downhill, he's tough to bring down.
So a new set of downs here for the Hurricane, looking to take their first lead of the game. Lenz splits out wide to the far side. Tremblay hands off over on that far side to Kelleher, and Keller stays up and turns the corner, and he'll have enough for a Hurricane first down.
Yeah, nice gain. That's almost from the 19-yard line, Tate. That's almost 14. Looks like it's going to be close to the 5. Call it maybe, down to what, maybe the 7-yard line. Good 12, 13-yard gain for Kelleher, who's run really, really well off tackle tonight for Hartford.
So 1st and goal for Hartford. Bobwhites have either led or been tied for the entirety of this game. Tremblay up under center, quick snap, hands off again to Kelleher on that far side, and Kelleher drives ahead to about the 2-yard line.
Brought down by Stiles again for BFA number 89.
Second down, down to 4:15 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Hartford, Tate, going to be very content to keep the ball on the ground. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Don't be surprised to see a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Full house backfield, Tremblay up under center. There's a snap, loses a handle on the football, and Tremblay manages to fall on it.
Very fortunate. So center to quarterback transition wasn't smooth. Tremblay does a nice job, though, not trying to pick it up and run. He just falls on the football. He did try to move forward with it, but once his knee's down, he's down.
Looks like we have a BFA player down. That's Timothy Sanders, who's had a solid game once again for the Bobwhites.
Yeah, Sanders has played extremely well on the defensive side of the football. We've called his number a lot tonight, Tate, from his linebacker position.
Unfortunately, looks like a lower leg injury, left knee or left ankle.
Tough to see. He's been a stalwart defensive player for BFA this evening.
Had a big defensive touchdown a couple weeks ago against the Seahorses.
They're going to actually move the ball back a yard, Tate, so that fumble cost the Hurricane a yard, so 3rd and goal from the 2.
All right.
Tremblay fortunate to fall in that football, Tate. You know, we've seen it. It can go the other way too, where that snap from center to quarterback isn't smooth, and you can lose the ball quickly.
Lynn splits out wide to the far side. Tremblay up under center. Motion in the backfield. There's that, loses the handle again on the ball, and the Bobwhites come up with it. BFA.
Well, I mean, he wasn't trying to give them the kiss of death there, but once again, we said it was about 50-50, or I said it was about 50-50. Same happened again. Poor transition from center to quarterback Tremblay. This time, BFA capitalizes. So Hartford really shooting themselves in the foot here, Tate, with a couple of really key drives where the BFA defense has really been a little porous, and Hartford's been able to really push the ball downfield. A tough penalty, and then a drop, what would have been a touchdown pass, now a fumble on the 2-yard line.
Bobwhites offense does have its work cut out for it. 98 yards away from the Hartford goal line. Handoff straight ahead to Barrett, and Barrett takes a big hit up high, holds on to the football, and has about a 4-yard gain.
Barrett hit pretty hard by number 10, Braden Tremblay, who came flying in from his safety position. Barrett was kind of held up by a couple of Hartford defenders, and Tremblay came in and really laid a thump on him. Good job by Barrett to hold on to that football.
Absolutely.
And pick up 4 yards, Tate.
So trying to give at least a little breathing room for his offense. Sets up a 2nd and about 6. At about the 6. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Wood takes the snap. Hands off again to Barrett. And again, he'll pick up a couple on the play.
Brought down by number 73 for Hartford. Nice tackle by Cole Withington. We haven't called his number too much tonight, so good play to keep Barrett at check, but still another 3 yards. If BFA can, this obviously the goal here is to keep the ball on the ground and get a first down.
Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Long count, there's a snap. Rolling here is Wood. And Wood has the first down and more, and Liam Wood raced and pushed out of bounds. And a late flag, I think. Did I see a flag come in?
I think they're just the
bean, okay.
Yeah, the play side official Tate's just throwing down some tape or whatever have you, just to
beanbag.
Beanbag, there you go. Where where Wood went out. What a play though. You know, Liam's done a nice job with his ball fakes tonight, and that really sucked in the Hurricane defensive unit, and he had a lot of running room around the left side.
So 1st and 10 for BFA. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Long count, there's a snap. Hand off straight ahead to Barrett. Nothing showing. Ball is loose again. This time looks like BFA comes up with it.
Yeah, Barrett was stacked up as soon as he had the ball. Was hit early on by number 77 for Hartford. We've definitely called his number tonight, Al Aldrich. He's played extremely well here in the second half for that Hurricane defense. Hartford still, Tate, with a 3-man front. I mean, they bring their backers up close to the line of scrimmage, especially their outside backers, but it's really a 3-man front, so seem to be very content to stick with that.
2nd and call it 9 at the BFA 24-yard line. There's a snap. Play action pass. Wood just gets it away. Tipped. I think he was looking for DeRocher out of the backfield.
Yeah, good job by Liam just to get rid of it. Good play by number 74 that was on Wood's heels, Connor Tierney. Tierney was breathing down Liam Wood, and Wood was forced to throw the ball away. As you mentioned, DeRocher, the nearest BFA back receiver in the vicinity of the pass. Good job by Wood, though, just to get rid of it.
Sets up a 3rd and 9. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Seneca DeRocher splits out in the slot here to the near side. 4 receivers set for the Bobwhites. Wood takes a snap. Back to pass. Has some time. Fires it here to the near side. Has him in and tiptoes his way in. Is Seneca DeRocher.
That's the touchdown play. They line two wide receivers. They split Seneca out to the far side, and great job, good job in pass protection by the BFI offensive line. Wood had plenty of time. He let the play develop. Good pattern once again by Seneca, and a great throw.
Bobwhites definitely have that play down.
Good 17-yard gain.
Take that. Getting this drive starting back at the Bobwhite 2-yard line. Now they're at their own 40. 1:08 to go here in the third quarter. Motion in the backfield. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead to Barrett. And Barrett pushing the pile and has a good 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry.
Good job by the BFA offense getting a little bit of push. And gave Barrett, who's a good hard runner. We've talked about his ability. Once he hits that linebacking secondary area, he can really explode. So running's been a little bit tougher, though, Tate, in the second half for Barrett and the BFA offensive line.
Sets up a 2nd and 6. 37 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. DeRocher and Rathburn split out wide on the far side. Shotgun formation here for Wood. Got motion in the backfield. Here's a snap. Wood rolls out that far side, fires in an incomplete. Pass was intended for Parker Dodlin.
Well-designed play. Dodlin does a nice job just doing a quick little out route. Wood sprints right. He had him wide open and just missed the throw.
Sets up a 3rd and 6. Clock stops with the incompletion. 19 ticks showing on the scoreboard here in the 3rd quarter.
Big 3rd down and 5 play, Tate. Be interesting to see if Wood goes to the air. He's obviously had some success there. Or if they decide to keep the ball on the ground here, just on the other side of their 45-yard line, the BFA 45.
Bobwhites converted on the big 3rd down last go-around to Seneca DeRocher. Rathburn splits out wide on that far side. Again, shotgun formation here for Wood. Long count. Gonna have to get this ball off. There's motion in the backfield, and he just gets it off. Nope, they're gonna say delay a game. It was gonna be close.
Wood did a nice job with a cadence.
Timeout, they're gonna say no flag. BFA got that. I'm sure, again, Jeff Murray was looking the same thing, was watching that official, and just got that timeout in.
Yeah, great call, Tate. Nice job by Coach Murray. You could feel it up here. Once again, we don't have the luxury of a play clock, but you knew time was running down on that play clock. And when Dodlin went in motion, Wood did a good job on the cadence. He almost drew the Hurricane defensive line offside. Looked like they just didn't quite get over. They got back in time, but with that elapsed time, it was a great call by Murray on the timeout.
So clock will, well, it was not running anyways, so 3rd and call it 6. Again, Bobwhites next week on the road at CVU. That's a Saturday afternoon game.
Hopefully it's a nice day. 1 o'clock game, right, Tate? It'd be a good day. There might be a little foliage left to head down to Heinsberg and watch our BFA Bobwhites play and either check out some foliage pre or post game.
4 receiver set here for Wood. Looking at a 3rd and 6. Back to pass. Has some time. Fires it. And it is caught right at the 1st down mark. Not the best spot. And he may be just short. And I should note that was Parker Dodlin on the reception.
Dodlin's got great hands. And Wood did a nice job putting the ball where it needed to be. As you said, it goes back to the John Madden, the right or left foot spot. Looks like we got a left foot spot.
The left foot spot with that. 000 on the scoreboard to conclude the 3rd quarter. Our score, BFA 14, Hartford 14. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans, and they're finally on the chain crew over on the far side of the field, switching up the chains. Both teams had switched sides, but the chain crew had not yet. So here we go, Dave. Looking at a 4th and inches. I got to think we're going to see a different play call than what we saw in the last 4th down opportunity.
I definitely think so. It's really, really close, and. Hey, give the referee credit, the play side official. He was right on the play. We knew it was going to be close. It's almost in line with us, Tate, here in the booth. We knew it was just going to be very, very tight.
We'll see if we might see a quarterback sneak on here, and it is Liam Wood straight ahead. He only needed a couple inches. He got it.
He definitely got the 1st down. You can see both the line judge coming across. Looks like he'll get the proper spot, and that's a 1st down. Good job, good surge by that BFA, the middle of the interior of the BFA offensive line. Not as easy of a play as everybody thinks it is, and credit Wood for pumping his feet and getting across the first down.
I mean, we don't know. We weren't in the huddle for Hartford, but my guess is those were going to be quarterback sneaks down there. So you know.
Yeah, no, on the 2 fumbles, and the second one subsequently that Hartford lost on the BFA 2-yard line.
1st and 10 at the Hartford 49. Hand off to Barrett on that far side. Looked like Wood really had to reach to get that hand off.
Number 73 for the Hurricane, credited with another tackle. Cole Withington, good hard run by Barrett off the left side.
Again, this Bobwhite drive starting all the way back at their own 2. Now rests at the Hartford 46, and we got a timeout taken. Injury timeout. It looks like number 9, Justin Robinson, was a little slow getting up.
Robinson, of course, doing a great job on both sides of the football for Hartford tonight. We've called his name quite often at the fullback position. Of course, he scored Hartford's 2nd touchdown on a 2-yard jaunt right before halftime. Still no score here, Tate, in the second half. Of course, Hartford with more of the opportunity than BFA.
Hartford, most of that 3rd quarter operating in BFA territory, but coming away empty-handed. So here we go. 2 receivers set for the Bobwhites on the far side. Rathburn and Dodlin. Wood under center. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead to Barrett. Barrett has a hole, lowers his shoulder, runs over a defender, and Barrett down to the Hurricane 28-yard line.
Really good hard run by Barrett. Bird came up to make a play, and we know Bird has done extremely well tonight, and he met Barrett head on. Barrett got the best of that battle, and Barrett able to ramble another 8 to 9 yards. So excellent run by Barrett. Well over the 100-yard mark.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for BFA. Again, this drive starting at their own 2. Dodlin again and Rathburn split out wide to the far side. Wood up under center. Long count. There's a snap. And up to Barrett again. And Barrett has 7-8 yards. And Dave, right now, this Hurricane defense has no answer for Cody Barrett.
No, they don't. And he's done a really nice job, really finding those creases quickly. He hits the ball hard, hits the hole hard. And, you know, credit this BFA offensive line. They've done a really nice job here. Hartford, it seemed, had found the secret sauce for the BFA running game, but some adjustments, I'm sure, by BFA Coach Murray and his staff here going into the 4th quarter have really bode well.
Again, 2 receivers set on that far side. Wood under center, 1st and 10 from the 19. Handoff here to the near side, and looking to find a hole. Nothing there with Seneca DeRocher.
Yeah, Seneca DeRocher's had a difficult time getting the outside, and credit the Hartford defense. They've done a great job in contain, coming up from the inside backer position, defensive end, and the corners. And he's really had no running room here, really, since, what, the 2nd quarter?
Yeah, I mean, nothing. And, you know, maybe that's why BFA's had success between the tackles with Barrett.
Yep. Well, DeRocher's going to get a lot of attention because he's such a good athlete.
Yeah.
So when you scout BFA, you're going to put a lot of attention on number 10.
Number 10 over on the slot on the far side. Wood rolls out to that side and looking again under heavy pressure. He's going to dump it here to the near side, incomplete.
Yeah, they're going to, I know the Essex coaching staff is, or excuse me, Hartford. Yeah, I fell victim. At least I didn't say Chris Saber. I'm just going back 3 weeks.
There we go, yeah.
No, that's all good stuff, man. But, you know, Wood, I didn't see a receiver around, but, and he was inside the tackle box. So interesting. And the referee was right behind him, so it must have been imagine a receiver somewhere.
Yeah, well, BFA may take it. I mean, I think Hartford was looking for intentional grounding on that one. So 3rd and call it 12 at the Hurricane 20-yard line.
Wood comes over and talks to Coach Murray for the incoming play here.
They'll roll out Rathburn and DeRocher on that far side. There's a snap, play action. Rolling again is Wood on that far side, and he has some running room. Turns it upfield, lowers his shoulder, and he'll have a 1st down.
Excellent job by Liam. You know, I think Hartford really believed that he was going to throw the football. Would have been a difficult throw across his body, running to the weak side. Liam's shown the ability to do that tonight, but usually he'll set before he'll make that throw running to the left side. This time he just had wide open running room and was able to get the ball and did a nice job following some blocks. Good job by DeRoche and Rathburn, who knew that he was going to tuck the ball up to make some blocks downfield.
So here we go, 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Bobwhites trying to retake the lead here with 8:41 in the 4th quarter. Wood with the snap, turns around, hands off to Barrett, and Barrett's in for a BFA touchdown. A 98-yard drive for the Bobwhites.
I mean, that's prolific. What a great job by BFA to stick with it. The offensive line did a really nice job opening up some holes. Barrett, Wood ran extremely well. A couple of key passes here and there, and to Dodlin, and a great pass, 17-yarder, Tate, right before the end of the quarter from Wood to DeRoche.
So here we go, PAT for Underwood. Under pressure, and it's blocked. Ball is still alive. Now they blow it dead. So PAT is very important, the first one that we've seen blocked tonight. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. Our score, BFA 20, Hartford 14. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Here, Tate Brooks, Dave Burno at the Collins Pearly Sports Center, where the Bobwhites have retaken the lead 20-14.
You brought up a good, great drive, as you said, 98 yards, extremely well done by the BFA offense. A lot of players were in the mix on that offensively, but the credit goes out to the BFA offensive line, who really withstood. You know, a little bit of a down moment here as the half began. They really couldn't get things going, and they did a nice job opening up some really nice holes and giving Wood pass protection when he needed it.
So here we go. Hurricanes have been good with the special teams on their kick and punt returns. Fielded here to the near sideline. That's Daniels, I believe, and Daniels wrapped up at the 42-yard line.
That is, yeah, number 11, Nick Daniels, a sophomore, does a nice job picking up that, call it squib kick, and advances it good yardage. Barrett on the tackle for BFA.
8:29 remaining here. 6-point game. Almost a must-win game, certainly, for BFA if they want to make the playoffs this season.
It is a must-win, Tate. I agree with you. We talked about this several times, especially in the pregame. This is a must-win for the Bobwhites.
Motion in the backfield by Lynn. Lynn will take the pitch. Has a bit of a hole, turns the corner, and finally wrapped up and taken down by Cody Barrett.
Barrett did a great job
fighting off that block.
Fighting off a block, was able to grab some of Lynn's uniform and drag him down. It shows the strength of Barrett. Also in hot pursuit was Isaac Gratton, which helped string that out somewhat, but an excellent defensive play by number 7, Cody Barrett, who showed up immensely on both sides of the football tonight.
Absolutely.
Immensely. He's played not just a great game at fullback, he's played an excellent game at outside backer.
Sets up a 2nd and 9, down to 7:50 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Trombley up under center. Double wing formation, motion to the backfield, counter handoff on that far side, going to Kelleher. And nowhere for Sean Kelleher this go-round.
Yeah, nowhere to run for Kelleher. Kelleher's been able to weave and kind of dance inside the tackles tonight for effective running, and he had nothing there. Great job by the left side of the whole BFA defense. That was a swarming green defense that came flying up and really pushed Kelleher back.
And we have a penalty on that far side. Officials have yet the personal foul, face mask against BFA. So that's a tough call. That's going to wipe out. A nice defensive effort.
That's a really, really tough penalty on BFA. And, you know, BFA had a tough infraction, Tate, on that second Hurricane touchdown. We couldn't really quite see what happened. It was quite a bit away from us, down towards the north end zone here. But that was an untimely penalty for the Bobwhites.
Hurricane would have been looking at a 3rd and about 15. Instead, they've got a 1st and 10 at the BFA 44-yard line. Well, Bobwhite defense will have to regroup. Hurricane will roll 2 receivers out to the far side. That's Mook and Linz. And now Linz trying to set up as a wing on that far side. Handoff over to that far side to Keller, and he's trying to drag a BFA defender along. He does, but picks up 3 on the carry.
He was hit initially by number 64 for BFA, Drake Remillard. Remillard just couldn't hang on to the jersey. Credit Kelleher for showing some strength in his legs and was able to push forward for an additional 3 yards. Remillard, had him at the line of scrimmage.
Sets up a 2nd and 6, 7:04 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Double wing formation. Handoff straight ahead to Trombley. Trombley looking for a bit of a hole and stacked up towards the far side, a couple yards short.
I think that was Robinson Tate, their fullback, got the ball, and he's had a nice night running the football for Hartford, just short of a 1st down by a couple of yards.
Sets up a 3rd and call it 2. Bobwhites with a 6-point lead. Morse. Slot man here to the near side. Handoff straight ahead to Trombley. Nothing there for Trombley, and Trombley's going to be short of the 1st down. Robinson? Yeah.
Yeah, good. Another handoff to Robinson. Not surprising, the big fullback has been bruising tonight, and good job by BFA to keep him, short. As you said, Tate, of a yard from the 1st down.
Yeah, sorry, I think I said Trombley, but you're right. Robinson. Trombley in at quarterback. Sorry about that.
It's all good. Trombley was part of the play. He handed off to Robinson. Hey,
thank you.
Got half of it right, Tate, right?
All right, so here we go. Back on the field, 4th and 1. Looks like an offset I formation, and Trombley with his own number. They push the pile, and he looks to have enough for the 1st down as they're still giving him forward movement.
I think good job by the Essex offensive line, the left side of the offensive line. That time, Trombley made sure, Tate, that the center to quarterback transition was spot on. Got the football and showed his power off the left-hand side. Good pickup for Hartford.
Down to 5:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter. This may be the Hurricanes' last offensive drive of the game. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. A little counter on that far side of the field to Morse. And Morse going to pick up 5 on the carry. DeRoche
really doing a nice job staying at home. Eliminated Morse, who looked like he had more running room, Tate, on the outside from making a big pickup. Only a 5-yard pickup. So good play by Seneca DeRoche.
2nd and 5. Ball spotted at the BFA 26. Down to 4:34 remaining here. Linz splits out wide to the far side. Shotgun formation for Trombley, takes it. Hands off to Mook on that far side, and Mook is going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Bobwhites keep him in bounds. Clock will continue the run.
Another great play by DeRoche. He came flying up from his secondary position and made an excellent tackle. That's back-to-back tackles by DeRoche on the outside, limiting Hartford to minimal yardage.
Should note he's coming up from his safety position.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, he comes up quickly.
3rd and call it 4 at the Bobwhite 25-yard line. 3:47 remaining here in the 4th quarter. double wing formation, motion in the backfield. Trombley with the snap, handoff straight ahead, and rolling and having the first down is Sean Keller.
Unfortunate for the Bobwhites. They got a couple of gold helmets, you know, on Kelleher early on in that run, Tate, right at the line of scrimmage, and he fought. Give Kelleher credit. He fought through those tackles, was able to pick up the necessary yardage for a big first down for Hartford.
So the Hurricane driving here down by 6. They've got the ball at the BFA 20-yard line. 3:19 showing on the scoreboard. Clock continues to run. There's a snap to Trombley. Hands off on the far side of Keller. He drives ahead, takes a big hit, holds on to the football, and picks up 4 on the carry.
DeRoche, no surprise, up quickly from his safety spot. Put a good thumping on Kelleher, but not after the running back for Hartford gained 4 yards, almost 5 yards, Tate. So they just keep on going back to that bread and butter, giving the ball to Kelleher left and right-hand side.
Most coaches will happily take 4 yards on first down. 2nd and 6. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead. Nothing going that go-round. That was Justin Robinson on the carry.
Corey McNulty with the play for BFA right at the line of scrimmage, able to bring down Robinson. We haven't seen one BFA defender bring down Robinson effectively all night. He's a big, strong back for Hartford, and McNulty was able to execute that on that particular play, so great stop.
Hurricane utilized one of their timeouts there with 2:24 remaining and trailing by 6. This broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to the staff at 802-782-8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. And I also want to let you know, coming up soon at the Weldon Theater in St. Albans is the 10th annual Northwest Nightmares Film Festival. Come watch 2 hours of community-made short horror movies on October 24th at 7 p.m. On the field on 3rd and 6, there's a snap handoff to the third man through here to the near side. Loses a footing, and down he goes. On the cut was Nick Daniels, who had something out of the turf grab his ankle.
Yeah, no, it had some running room, was slipped up on the play. Dodlin was right there for BFA, but there was some running room around the left side, so a big break for BFA.
That sets up a 4th and 6. Clock now under 2 minutes to go. Pivotal play here in this ball game.
Play of the game, Tate.
And because of that, head coach for Hartford, Matt Trombley, uses a timeout. It's either their second or last.
Yeah, that play was really set up well for Hartford.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, back slipped on the play for Hartford. For BFA, big break. As I mentioned, Dodlin was there, but it still was going to be a gain. And instead of 4th and 6, it might have been a first down for Hartford. Fast forward to where we're at now, 4th and 6 from the 15. This is a big play for BFA. As we mentioned, it's a must-win scenario, especially if they want to make the playoffs. It's senior night. You've got a great crowd here. Always have a great crowd at the Collins Pearly. This is a huge play for BFA, and really it'll mean a lot as we go forward here, not just tonight, but also obviously next week.
I would expect that Brandon Trombley is going to have a lot to say about this. I look to have him have the ball, trying to make something happen. Trombley has it, rolls here to the near side, looking downfield, he's going to race it, and stepping up is BFA. He dives towards the 10, and he's going to be close. I think he's going to be short. It's going to be close, folks. They're going to don him down at the, wow, good spot for him, and if that's the spot, that's at the 9. That'd be enough for the first down.
It is, you got to give Trombley a lot of credit. As you mentioned, Tate, I think everybody in the stadium knew he was going to get the ball and do something with it, run or pass. He did a great job making a lunge right before the 2 BFA defenders came up at him. and he was forced out of bounds, but a really nice athletic play by Tremblay.
I think that lunge got him that first down. Certainly by the way they spotted it, they literally got him an additional probably yard, and they're going to probably pick that up, I think, by about half a yard. And there it is, first down for Hartford at the 9-yard line with 1:42 showing on the scoreboard.
So first and goal from the 9. Hey, BFA, you know, the clock's not in Hartford's favor here. They've shown a propensity to really keep it on the ground. BFA, I'd suspect, would have as many defenders up in the box as you can, force them to throw the ball, and really just cut the off-tackle guard plays or anything around the outside, Tate. And
so here we go on the field, Tremblay up under center. Full house backfield here for the Hurricane. There's a snap, handoff to the second back through. That's Kelleher, and Kelleher bobs his way in to the end zone for a Hurricane touchdown.
Well, an excellent run by Kelleher. You know, he's done a really nice job all night. He's really mentioned it earlier in the game. He does a great job following his blocks. He's got excellent vision. He's not the fastest back, but he's a very effective running back for Hartford. And here now we have the play of the game, the extra point, the PAT.
PAT to come. The last one for BFA was blocked. That's why it's only a 6-point lead. And now the Bobwhites, we'll see what they decide to do. They'll let him kick away. And Thompson's kick is up, and it is high enough, and it is good. With 1:34, we'll take a quick timeout. Our score, Hartford 21, BFA 20. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks, Dave Burno here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center, and it's been a good one all night long, a back and forth affair, and the Hurricanes scoring a touchdown here with 1:34 remaining and taking a 1-point lead.
Yeah, you know, it's the little things, and the PATs are super important. Underwood's done a really good job kicking for BFA tonight. So is Thompson, obviously, for Hartford. Just got to give that Hartford defense credit for coming in and blocking that Underwood PAT after the third Bobwhite score of the game. Still time left, though, Tate. 1:34 left. BFA with 3 timeouts left. So, hey, timeouts and clock are on their side.
Hey, it's senior night as well, so if you want to make something magical happen, now's the night. Going down and feeling that was Barrett on his knee, and it's unfortunate. Bobwhites will start this drive at their own 21-yard line.
It was a squib kick, you know, Barrett, one of the deep backs, and Cody came up and tried to scoop it up and then maybe slipped just a little bit. His knee did touch the ground as he received possession of the football. So BFA with quite a ways to go here, Tate, about 78 yards, but as we mentioned, 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts. Bobwhites huddled up. We'll see what head coach Jeff Murray and Liam Wood can pull out here. Rathburn will spread out wide to the far side. Wood does have some offensive weapons here. Looking downfield, fires short. Over on the far side, lowering the shoulder is Dodlin. Dodlin stays in bounds.
Not much of a gain on the play. Wood went left and really no gain whatsoever. Maybe a half a yard, Tate, if that. So
Hurricane more than happy to give up something in bounds. Clock will continue to run. Wood looks at his arm here for the play call. 3 receiver set here to the near side. There's a snap back, the pass rolling here under heavy pressure, firing it high and incomplete. I think the pass was intended for Seneca DeRocher, but Wood was just under heavy pressure.
Yeah, he was, and a lot of pressure. Dodlin ran what was a little bit deeper out. Seneca DeRocher ran a little bit more of a limited out, both on the same side of the field in front of the BFA bench. The pass fell between both of them. So we'll see what BFA can draw up here with 3rd and 10.
1 minute exactly showing on the scoreboard here. Again, Bobwhites with 3 timeouts remaining. They'll roll Daniel Rafferty out here to the near side, along with Dodlin here to the near side. There's a snap. Wood rolls here to the near side, steps, fires deep here, and it is incomplete. And there was pass interference. Number 30 going for the football. Trenton Bird got there probably about a second too early.
Yeah, Bird made a good play on the ball, but I agree he was there a little early. It was a beautiful throw from Wood to Dodlin. Great throw, almost a 25-yard pass, and excellent timing effort. And Bird, as you mentioned, Tate, was about either a half or 1 second a little too early. Good call by the official.
Again, in high school football, that's 15 yards, so it's not like the NFL where the infraction occurs. But BFA will take it, keeps the clock. It's a free timeout, stops the clock, and you'll take 15 yards. 53 seconds showing on the scoreboard here. Three receivers set on the far side. There's a snap. Rolling out is Wood, looking downfield, and it's incomplete. Batted at the line of scrimmage.
Good job by number 74 for Hartford, Connor Tierney. We've called his name several times in the second half, Tate.
Yes.
He's really been a disruptor on that Hartford interior defensive line, and Liam Wood really had no opportunity there. Tierney was in his face, and he had to get rid of the football. Tierney with a nice defensive play, blocking the pass.
Yeah, defensive line coach has to be happy. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, get your hands up, right? 2nd and 10, 49 seconds showing on the scoreboard. Wood back to Pats, looking, fires, and incomplete. Frankly, I think that's good that's incomplete. If Seneca comes down with that, it's a 4-yard gain, 6-yard gain, and the clock keeps running.
Yeah, Seneca just ran a quick out route from his inside receiver position off the line of scrimmage. Great coverage by Morse and Robinson on the play.
So, 3rd down once again, 45 seconds on the scoreboard. We'll see what head coach Jeff Murray dials up with Liam Wood.
Well, they've had success in that double receiver set, obviously throwing the ball to Seneca DeRoche on that out pattern, that 15 to 16-yard out pattern.
That's the duo we see on the near side this go around. Wood goes the other way and incomplete. Ball is incomplete short. And it'll all come down to this one play, 39 seconds.
Well,
4th and 10.
Excuse me, Hartford's really doing an excellent job of pressuring. They know that Liam Wood's going to throw the football, and they're doing a great job of putting pressure on Wood. He doesn't have much time as he steps back to throw.
All right. Liam Wood races into the huddle here with the play call. Bobwhites trail by 1. Daniel Rafferty splits out wide here to the near side. There's a snap by Wood, heavy pressure, and he is going to be sacked on the play. They say incomplete pass. Outcome is about the same regardless. BFA is going to turn the ball over on downs, and the Hurricane are going to come away with a 1-point victory.
Excellent pressure by Cole Withington and Connor Tierney. We talked about that defensive line for Hartford. They really stepped up on this particular series, knowingly that BFA was going to pass. So, excellent football game here tonight at Collins Pearly. Two teams battling it out, both knowing that they really needed a victory here to make that playoff. So BFA still with a shot, next week. And they really brought it tonight. I thought they played exceptionally well on both sides of the football. So
they're going to call intentional grounding on Liam Wood. It doesn't matter.
No,
lots of down. It was a 4th down anyways.
No, it doesn't matter. And, Liam Wood, very impressed with his play at quarterback tonight. Thought he threw the ball extremely well. He really commanded the offense well. Made some nice runs out of the quarterback position. And Seneca DeRoche, who's been playing quarterback, obviously, for BFA much of the season, did a super job at halfback, and when they put him in the wideout position, came down with some timely catches. Of course, a key touchdown catch in that first half. So, BFA, hey, they've got nothing to hang their hats low tonight. They played extremely tough.
Brandon Trombley with the knee. The play of the game probably coming on Trombley on that 4th and about 7. Trombley picked up 8 yards, maybe 7.5, and a key just dive towards the sticks, had just enough, and that really was the ball game.
You know, Tate, you're absolutely right. That's just a great play by a super athlete. Obviously, Tremblay, we knew coming in, you know, he was the secret sauce for Hartford, and they've got a bevy of backs, as we've seen, between Kelleher and Bird, Robinson. You know, the list goes on and on. They can really run a lot of different players at you. So, good football game here on senior night at Collins Pearly.
So the Hurricane will hold on for the victory, the 21-20 win. The Bobwhites on the road next week. Theoretically, you can still make the playoffs, but it's a tall task. They're facing undefeated CVU at CVU.
Yeah, you know, CVU's played extremely well. They were one of the favorites, Tate, going in. You know, CVU, Burn Burton. CVU with a big win last week against Burn Burton, and yeah, but they've everyone's got they're a marked team now. You know, everyone's going to go after them pretty strong, and it'll be interesting to see how CVU does. I think they play tomorrow, right? Yeah, they play tomorrow, and I know you've got that game handy here, and then BFA will go down to CVU next Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Or I don't. It's not on the Friday's games list anyway. Okay. So tomorrow. So anyways, Bobwhites fall short by a point tonight, but Dave, at least they do have some things to build upon off tonight's game.
They do. I thought Barrett played extremely well at fullback. He really carried the load for BFA on the ground tonight. Showed some explosiveness once he hit into the secondary, had some key runs, some long runs. BFA defense did a good job when they had to, especially down on the goal line and on a key fourth down play when Hartford was driving on that first drive in the second half. So, yeah, a lot to build on tonight. Thought the offensive and defensive line played pretty well. And you had some standouts for BFA on both sides of the football. So good execution by BFA. I think the coaching staff will be happy. Of course, you'd want to come away with a W tonight, but just the way that the ball bounces sometimes. But, hey, nothing to hang your hat low about. The effort was there tonight.
Absolutely. All right, so for Dave Burno, I'm Tate Brooks. Our final score here from the Collins Pearly, it was Hartford 21, BFA 20.